When it comes to covering the Thorps anymore, like the thing I really liked about it, and I've said this time and time again, it's like a current day reality show. Like you're not going to find anything as good. Like you get a little bit of family drama, you get some misadventures when they do IRL and they travel around their RV. That stuff is fun, right? When they go to different places, especially not announced. Sorry, Ruby. What they did was fun for content. I know you were the victim of it, or if you were the target of it, but it was a sacrifice for the content. And yeah, I mean, because that's the interaction that gets them the views, right? Back when she was like crossing paths with Keemstar, that was like the pinnacle. Like that was the peak pinnacle. That was the peak. That did more for her than crossing paths with Destiny, which tells you what Destiny is, right? Destiny is kind of like a pay to play. In order to get famous with Destiny, you got to suck his, you got to service him, which was not an option for Grace, because the dad will tease, but the dad will not let her off the leash to service anyone but himself. That's the way it goes. That's the only reason why she doesn't have an only. Okay, it's not about morals and stuff like that. It's because dad is reserved for daddy, or Daddy Ben. Okay. Or with the Thorps, there isn't really a morality. It is really more what benefits them. Okay. Notice that anytime they do something that's hypocritical, because it's all about what benefits them. But anyway, I'm getting into something else. The thing I also really liked about covering the Thorps is that you get a little bit of like legal drama. You used to get legal drama. That stuff was like, oh, that was awesome content. That was great stuff. Because I was like, oh man, something's happening. Like the family's drama is going on a legal angle now, and this is more real. It's courtroom drama. Yes, let's get a little bit of that. And we were getting that, but because of the restraining order, and I know some people are going to say the restraining order is a good thing. Sure, it's a good thing. Sure, but it's a bad thing when it comes to being entertained by the Thorp content, because the one thing they can't produce anymore is the legal stuff. Why is that? I'm going to say it. Courtney. And while I hope Courtney does well, and I do mean that, if Courtney does hear this, I do wish you well. And you did the right thing for yourself and the kids. But you did the wrong thing for content. It just is that. And does that make me selfish? Yeah. Does that make me an asshole? Yeah, it does. I'll take that. But yeah, that's where we are. So we're not gonna get any more. Unless something happens, unless Ben's like screw the restraining order, I don't know if we're gonna get the inside details of what happened in the court. Oh, as I say this, watch this. It's already floating around in discourse because people like to talk. Courtney talks to someone, and they're going to talk to someone, and they're going to talk to someone, and it's all going to get out. That's how this stuff gets out anymore. The top 2 locale queens has Grace in the thumbnail. That's right. Locale was the best thing for locale queens. Anymore, which reminds me, that's one thing we're going to cover here tonight. Ruby covering we're going to watch Ruby react to. We're going to react to Ruby as she's reacting to locale queens. Now, I do have a curfew because I do have a bedtime because I do have a job. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get into this here. We're going to start off with some Grace Thorp clips. I think one we could start off right here is, let's just pick one. There's so many upskirt. Good. Okay. Well, let's get upskirt goon content. Okay. It really is. Oh, you could smell it. Oh, oh, oh. I could smell it from here. I could smell it from over the interwebs.
Monty?
I like Monty.
It's bad. It's so potent. I could even taste it.
Just goes on afterwards, actually.
Oh,
She should have called 911 instantly. It's like, who told you that?
Yeah, some people don't want to pay like
oh.
hospital
It
bills.
tastes like
Well, I mean,
If they're okay and they're confident.
oh,
I mean,
God. Oh. Tastes like rotten fish, dude.
someone hits their head.
It tastes like rotten fish.
I mean, I literally
Like a
did
dead
call,
flounder
landed it when he was
left
going
out there,
back.
discarded on the side of the road on pavement, and it's a hot Texas day. Okay, that's what it tastes like. If you want to know, I just sampled it, so you didn't have to. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace. That reminds me, that's good song material there. Maybe the next song, because I'm something of a musician now, will be Grace's Smelly Hunt, baby.